What's up, everybody? Here's the 2020 LT Trail Boss in white. Today we're going to be installing the rear felt wheel well liners because they did not come from the factory installed. I picked up mine from the Chevy dealership for $150 and they had them in stock, so it was pretty easy. I just wish they were included with the $50,000 truck. Part number 842-63803. Here's our parts and instruction sheet. Let's make sure we have everything. 2 retainers, 4 threaded plastic nuts, 14 bolts, 14 nuts, and 2 felt wheel liners. They're pretty nice. There's 2 slits down the middle of them, so they overlap during installation. Here's our tools we're going to use. It's just a drill with a 1/4-inch adapter, a pick tool, 1/4-inch ratchet, 10mm deep socket, T15 Torx, needle nose pliers. Here's our installation hardware laid out for the passenger side. First step I took was I actually washed the wheel wells very good, and then I took the time to dry them and wax them. Next, we're going to remove the aft and the forward Torx screws. We'll use these later, so set them aside. After the bolt is removed, use your needle nose pliers and picking tool to remove the metal nut. Remove the forward bolt, reach in, remove the retainer clip, use it later. Next, push in the 7 metal nuts. There's only 7 square holes, so you'll know exactly where they need to go. Now this is the fun part, installing the liners. Takes a little bit of time, work it around the wheel well to make it fit just right. Remember to make sure you overlap in the appropriate spots down the middle. After you get the wheel liner set in place, take your 2 threaded plastic nuts and install them hand tight. Here's where I reuse that retainer clip that I took off earlier from the forward mud flap. The one that comes on the liner just wouldn't thread correctly. Put this one on and it buttoned right up. Go ahead and finish installing the remaining bolts, finger tight, and then we'll snug them up after. Here's a good shot of where that felt needs to overlap down the middle. There's only one way it should go. Now we could use our 1/4-inch socket and our T15 Torx and tighten all 7 bolts. You could also use the drill and speed up the process a bit. Now we'll use our 10mm deep socket and snug up those threaded plastic nuts. Remember not to over tighten since they are plastic and they'll strip out easily. Finally, we'll push in the plastic retainer, and that's all we need to do. I personally think the truck looks way better with the matching wheel liners. I wish it would have came with them from the factory, especially for a $50,000 truck. But for 150 bucks and about a half hour's worth of work, it wasn't too bad of a project. So I hope this video helped you guys installing your wheel well liners for your 2020 LT Trail Boss. I know this will work with a lot of new Silverados. Stay tuned to the channel. I got big plans coming up for this truck and some of my other projects. So stay tuned. Thanks again, guys.